Welcome to the first day of January 2024. Happy New Year, everybody. This Day Weather Podcast being brought to you by Hot Springs County Travel and Tourism, reminding you that as temperatures drop and snow is on the horizon at Thermopolis, you can always find yourself in hot weather. Well, Happy New Year, everybody. The quiet weather that has taken us into the last days of December will continue into the first few days of January, but there is a but there. And we'll talk about that here in a moment. What we're going to see is the high pressure ridge that's been over the Rockies and the western high plains for the last several days is going to slowly break down. Not all at once, but will slowly break down. As it does so, this will allow some of that west coast weather to move east into the desert southwest, the southern Rockies. We're going to continue to have more rain for California, more snow for the California mountains. Going to see a little bit of rain move into Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, and some areas of rain and snow into parts of Colorado and Utah as these weak systems break down that high pressure ridge. Confidence continues to grow, and this is where the but comes from. In big changes starting late this week and this weekend, especially by this weekend and then beyond. For the last several podcasts, we've been hinting at bigger changes in the weather around the 6th or the 7th of January and thereafter. And that continues to show up. And it's just not a regional thing, but this Arctic outbreak could be across a large part of North America, a large part of the nation, may end up with a lot of winter weather, much colder temperatures and increasing snow chances, not only here, but across a good part of the U.S., starting this weekend and beyond. Of course, there's a lot of details to sort out, but the overall general trend in the pattern that we see does lead to this bigger change to a bigger winter pattern for the U.S. after this break here of what has been some very quiet weather for most areas. This is where we're going to be today. The high pressure ridge is still around, but it's more east and breaking down. We've got this weak low here in Southern California, a bit of a storm system across the northern United States. But we see this system up here, another one behind it, and a lot of very cold air building up here in north central areas of Canada. This is what will come together down the road. Now, this is by late Wednesday afternoon. This system right here comes in to the west coast fairly quickly by late Wednesday into Thursday. That will spread more rain into California. Southwest winds ahead of it will keep high pressure overhead for a little bit longer. That's why for a few days here, there really won't be too much going on. However, there will be some rain along the west coast, some rain and some snow spreading into Nevada, southwest Utah, down into Arizona here. You can see we still have very quiet weather right here in the western high plains. This takes us through Thursday. Snowfall will hit those mountains at the far west, the Sierra Nevada, the Cascades, and the higher mountains in Nevada and southwestern Utah, and then down into the northern mountains of Arizona and into the Four Corners area. Then this is where we are on Friday. What's left of that storm comes eastward. Now, it will be degraded. It may not have a lot left, but there's likely going to be some rain and snow in that area I just outlined as we get into Thursday night and Friday. That will bring in some cooler weather, but this is mainly Pacific air behind it. So this is not the real deal in terms of the cold. This is up here. As we evolve the weather pattern by next Monday, so a week from today, we see high pressure building in the eastern Pacific. That opens the door to the Arctic, and we have a low that may swing through the Four Corners area and basically just open the door to the Arctic. The northerly winds that come in and out of Canada is going to tap in some very cold air that a few weeks ago was in Siberia and Asia and has now made its way over the pole and is now accessible to the weather for the western United States. These are the temperature anomalies by next Monday. Look at Canada here. Now, this is important. If Canada is really cold and they're 20 to 30 degrees below average, that is really cold. It's normally cold even when it's red up there, but we're talking about the first release of cold here by this weekend. This is the second release of cold air after next weekend into next week. And these are the temperature anomalies here by next Thursday, let's say the week after this Thursday. So we're talking pretty far out here. This goes out to the 11th of January. But this is just to show you at least what is potentially on the table. See how that purple? The purple shows temperature anomalies of 30 to 40 degrees below the average temperatures. So we're talking about sub-zero temperatures, at least on the table, as a possibility. Have yourself a happy new year. We'll keep an eye on that Arctic outbreak in our future. In the meantime, have yourself a good holiday New Year's Day.